Hi everybody, Benezer again. This video is for my PayPal pool donation requests. As a lot of you know who watched my fan pack videos, I mentioned coming back to England for a couple of reasons. One of them medical. That's still ongoing. Went for some results from a CT scan. The NHS here in England takes forever. So any Americans who think, well, why haven't you got your CT scan results yet? You should have got them when you were there. Doesn't happen like that, unfortunately. Here, I have to wait for an appointment letter to get an appointment with my neurologist to then discuss the CT scan results. So anyway, it's also a video for a giveaway in regards to the PayPal pool donations. I'm going to do two giveaways. The 100th person to donate will receive an autographed West Ham Christmas card and a notebook. So this is a Christmas card, and the autographs, there's 8 autographs. So there's 4 on this side, and then the other 4 are on this side. So as you can see, there's not much wrong with it. You can see up here where one of the autographs, they've obviously closed it while it's still wet, and you can see the ink, or someone's got ink on their fingers and it's rubbed off on the side of this card. So the autographs are genuine, and this is the back. As you can see, there's nothing wrong with the Christmas card as well. It might be a bit of an odd item to win, but it's got autographs from West Ham in it. Mark Noble is in there. Andy Carroll. They're 2 of the West Ham players, obviously. Andy Carroll, I think, is the most well known out of the 8. And if you're a West Ham fan, you might correct me on that. But anyway, this is the notepad that will come with it. As you can see, and here, it's still in its wrapper. It's never been taken out. You can see that the barcode and the price are on there with the West Ham shield on there. Next to it, the hologram shield, and it's £3. And the West Ham autograph Christmas card, as you can see the back there with the emblem. The envelope for it has never been sealed down, and it's brand new. And as you can see by the sticky gum, or whatever you want to call it, no one's touched it or moistened it, I should say, with whether it be their own methods or they've got a sponge or whatever to wet it. So that will be the giveaway for the person who is the 100th person to donate to my PayPal pool. I will put the link in the description below for you to go to donate to my PayPal pool. The other one donation will be for the person who donates the most money. If you go to my WNBA/NBA fan mail video, you'll see that I got 3 t-shirts. I've kept the 4XL, long sleeve t-shirt for myself, the WNBA All-Star one. The 2 Cleveland Cavaliers 2017 t-shirts, size 2XL, both of them, will be the prize for the person who donates the most money by or on the 100th donation. So it could be possible, if you're the 100th person and you donate the most, you could win both prizes. And the t-shirts are indeed brand new, Adidas t-shirts. They've still got their little hologram emblems on them. So, you know, the quicker you donate, the quicker you can get the prizes, basically, all the giveaways. So I look forward to you all donating. Thank you, and I appreciate it in advance. It's basically, the money's basically for 2 lots of paperwork that I have to fill out. That comes up to about $2,500 US. And then I have to, get travel costs, to the airport, get over to Orlando or wherever I fly into in Florida, and obviously, travel home. So that's a big chunk of the money. That's going to cost total with the paperwork and the flight home and all the travel costs. Obviously, I have to eat while I'm out before I get on the plane and everything. While I travel, I would think with the flights on top would be about $5,000. Um, and the rest that I'm asking for is for medical bills when I get back. Obviously, the American medical system is completely different to the NHS system here. We pay national insurance through our taxes, and I can't remember how much percentage it is. It's maybe 2%, 3%, maybe at most 5%. I can't remember. So it's not free. It's only free if you're unable to work. There are a lot of people, as in America and every country, there's people who generally have nothing wrong with them, and they're taught you don't have to work because you earn more money, no, not working. So why bother? Which is immoral to most of us. But medical bills. I mostly need to see a neurologist on a regular basis while I'm there, until I get myself sorted out. And I have asked in the description for the PayPal pool, for a chunk of money for my wife and son to come over here for a vacation while I'm still figuring out what is wrong with me medically. The neurologist has told me it is peripheral neuropathy, but blood tests and MRI scans can't find what's the cause. I've been tested for diabetes for, I think, maybe 15 times over the last 5 or 6 years since I've had these problems in my legs and feet and hip, well, both hips now. So hopefully the CT scan will show something, so I don't have to wait another few months for a PET scan. I'm waiting for an appointment with the neurologist to go over the CT scan results. He is pretty proactive over my GP. I kind of have to beg my GP to do things. That's why it's taken a lot longer, because I said to the first GP, well, there's 3 in the local one that I'm signed up for, and I said, I've been told it's peripheral neuropathy. Can I see a neurologist? Oh, pretend you didn't have anything wrong, and we'll start from the start. I said, well, just told you it's peripheral neuropathy. Oh, you're diabetic. No, I've been tested for diabetes. It's not, well, I have to cover my own back, kind of thing. I understand that that he has to cover his own back. So I said, okay, well, I can't beg you, you know, but he did finally put me on the waiting list for a neurologist, obviously. So the only major thing that hasn't been ruled out is cancer. Um, so that's kind of worrisome at the moment because that's one thing that hasn't been ruled out. Um, I do have a second cousin, my dad's first cousin, if that's how it works. I think he's my second cousin anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, he had peripheral neuropathy, and his was caused by cancer. Um, he's now in remission, I think, or he's got rid of the cancer. Now the cancer's gone, the peripheral neuropathy's gone. So on that positive note, if it is cancer, obviously doctors here can work on that, and hopefully I can get rid of both at the same time. If not, then we have to look at other avenues to see why it's happening. Um, that's what the money's for. Um, you know, so it'd be really nice for you to donate. I would appreciate it if you donate. You don't have to. You can donate multiple times if you want to. I will do updates. I set a time limit of my birthday on October the 16th. Sorry, get my own birthday wrong. October the 17th, sorry, which is a Wednesday. Um, so that's the cut-off date or the end date for that pool of money to be saved up. So, my wife has been begging to come over to England as she's got a cousin in Colchester, which is about half an hour, 45-minute train ride away, um, depending on where I get the train. If it's from Woolbridge, it's 45 minutes. If it's from Ipswich, half an hour. But it benefit me getting on the train from Woodbridge because getting on a bus would take me an hour to get to Ipswich station. So benefit me getting on the Woodbridge train station, and that would kind of hit two birds with one stone for her. Come here, visit me, and I can see our son as well, which is good. Um, I do send him money every month. I sent him some for his birthday. I sent him some for Christmas. So, and he got some books and some Halloween masks for Halloween and whatever else, which he liked. Because the ones that I got him, you wouldn't find over there, or unless you're searching really good, or we get them on Amazon or something. So thank you for watching. The Steelers versus the Jaguars today. Steelers are my team that I've supported pretty much all my life because my dad's you know from in and around Pittsburgh, so that's why we support the Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates, and any other Pittsburgh team, whether it be the Pittsburgh Panthers and whoever else. So, and obviously being in Florida and only being about an hour, an hour and 15 minutes away from Jacksonville. Jacksonville are our backyard team. My wife and I. So my wife has got into the Steelers because obviously me being a Steelers fan, she's got an Antonio Brown jersey. Unfortunately, I've got a James Harrison jersey. He's my favourite player of all time. Got released and jumped over to the Patriots, so he could still get a ring either way. I would have preferred for him to get it with the Steelers, being my favourite player of all time. I'm going to say favourite Steelers player because of the rivalry with the Patriots. So I'm not too happy. I'm not too happy about it. I'm still salty about it because that's he spent most of his career at the Steelers, apart from one season with the Bengals. And that time he was released. So the guy wants to play still. He's still got to earn money. He's same age as me, 39. He's only got another 30, 40, 50 years to go. make as much money as you can while you're our age, and the guy's fit, quite obviously. So go ahead and make that money. Although didn't really want him to go to the Patriots or the Bengals. But I'm going to say 28-21 to the Steelers. The Jaguars have come out from nowhere this season, which is a good thing. My wife and I went to our first game against the Steelers at the Jaguars with some loudmouth a-hole behind us who was shouting so much he kept spitting in our hair, and we, traded seats because said we admire your passion, but you're spitting in our hair. So let's move. His girlfriend, who seemed to be a one night stander by the looks of it, who's scared out of her mind, or seemed to be scared out of her mind, wouldn't say anything. She just sat there, with her arms crossed all the game. So that kind of half ruined it for us. So, we've been to several Jaguars games now. Steelers, we got to see the Browns. Although, the Browns against the Jaguars 2 seasons ago wasn't the best game in the world, but neither was the Steelers Jaguars game that season either, and we only just won by a pick six, I think. So, and my wife was disappointed because we only scored, I think that was the only touchdown we scored. So I want to see lots of touchdowns, and we saw the Steelers a couple more times. And we've been to the Dolphins a couple of times where we saw the Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals as well. And the Arizona Cardinals game in Miami, we got field access because, I sweet talked one of the female members of staff with my British accent. Oh, you've got a British accent. I'm going to, use it. So we got field access. But unfortunately, it was on the Cardinals side with the Larry Fitzgerald fan club. But hey, field access. Why complain? So that was it. So, it'd be nice to get some money over to my wife as well to help her out. Sent her a bit of money too, just to help out because what you do is your wife and husband. It doesn't matter, who really earns the money. The traditional 1950s thing is the man does it, but 2018, I almost said 17. My birthday's on the 16th when it's already on the 17th. Equality to me is a good thing. Men can cook and clean just as much as women can earn money, and vice versa. So that's the end of this video. Please donate as much as you can. I don't care if it's a dollar or $50 or the full amount or more. If you can find someone who will donate more than I'm asking, even better. Because the more money I have to use for my wife and son at the moment would be good. I had a medical, well, it's not really the end of the video, just a bit more, sorry. I had a medical assessment with the government and they said, well, we found you unable to work. And I can still set up my own business, which I'm thinking of doing just to make some money. So maybe your donations can help me buy some inventory or stock to sell and get that up and running online on eBay. So that would be good. And my wife and son can come and visit England because they don't like the cold. England doesn't really get as cold as maybe New York or maybe parts of Illinois and maybe Chicago and wherever else, Green Bay or Patriots Land, etc. But we did have snow before Christmas here. So we do get cold enough, and I can't see them going 3, 4, 5 months of it being, colder than, 50 degrees, which, Floridians think is cold, when really it isn't, in my opinion. But I don't feel the cold. I think that's because I'm so fat. So I'm sure if I was half my weight, I'd feel it like everybody else. So anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for your donations in advance. I will do updates, maybe weekly or monthly, depending on how quick the money comes in, if I get any money. I tried it on crowdfund, or whatever it's called, and didn't get anything. So I waited a month, nothing. So I just cancelled the account and left it at that. So hopefully this time around, now I'm doing this YouTube video about it, and putting it out there, advertising it more. Hopefully, you guys can be kind enough and help me out and help my wife and son out, because it'd be better for me to be with them, and maybe I could start a business over there. We did speak about them coming here, so the money would be put to good use for them coming here too. That obviously they have to fly here. If they stay here permanently, the business that I hope to create here, while I'm, waiting for everything medical and paperwork to be sorted out and whatever, either way, the money will be put to good use. I want them to come here on a vacation just to think, do I like it here or not? Because I can't see my wife or son ever coming out of the house ever. If they don't come out that much when it's 50 degrees, what are they going to do when it's -2 Celsius, or below freezing? So part of the money for them to come here on vacation for a week or two will give them some insight as to whether they like it or not. So it's kind of, see what happens, and the money will be put to an appropriate use for my family. It's not to say, well, I want a Gucci bag or a Gucci belt, give me $250, or I want these $800 sneakers, give me the money. It's being put to good use. My paperwork, the paperwork I want to get done anyway, because I was there for almost 9 years, and why not get it sorted out? So anyway, before I start going on, it gets to half an hour, please donate. Thank you very much.